Hi Stampers, it's Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. Today I am going to teach you how to do an out-of-the-box technique. Out-of-the-box technique is when you stamp an image and then you use a framelit around part of the image, letting some of the image hang out. On this, the wings are what are hanging out. So, let's get started. You are going to take your embossing buddy and run it over the smoky slate cardstock. And also, we have a piece of basic black. We're going to emboss over that. Use our embossing buddy over that. Then today, the stamps we are using is Chalk Talk. And it is, I am so grateful there's you in the world. And we are also using our Swallowtail. So we are going to take our Swallowtail that we have and our Versamark, and we're just going to ink up our Swallowtail. Then we're going to take our piece of basic gray cardstock, and when you put this on, you really want to have little on the left side and more on the right side. You want to try to get the wing and the bottom of its wing, okay, more on the cardstock than you are the left part of the wing. So again, over here I have it hanging off. On the right side, I have as much of my wing covered as possible. And then you're just going to press it down, hold it, and then take it off. At that same time, we are going to take our piece of black scratch paper. We're just going to ink up our stamp. And because we've already used our embossing buddy, all we're going to do is stamp the image. We are going to use Pool Party, and Pool Party is our embossing powder. And from here, I just have a plate that's Stampin' Up! Used to sell that I'm going to use for my droplets of my Pool Party. As you can see, more on my left side, part of the wing is off. And then with our basic black, we are also going to emboss it with Pool Party. Next, taking my oval framelit, I'm going to take the third from the largest. I'm going to turn it over so then I have the sharp part on the back. And I'm going to lay it on the butterfly to try to figure out exactly how much of the butterfly do I want hanging out. And we're talking more of the hanging out part is the wing on the opposite side. So to me, that looks pretty good. I'll have a nice little wing that's hanging out. Then I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to lightly on the inside, both the top and at the bottom, and sometimes in between, but there's not really a lot of space in here, but the top and the bottom of the image, I'm just doing a light pencil mark. And as you can see the pencil mark right here, one at the top and then one at the bottom. Now I'm going to grab my scissors and I am going to make a direct cut right to my pencil line, both the top and the bottom. And it's just giving me an area to start my cut. From here, I am going to trace my image and cut it all out. This does not take very long, and it's the best part because this is where magic begins. This is where you are going to see this lovely butterfly wing hang out, and everybody is going to say, "Oh my God, how did you do that?" And you will be able to explain to them exactly how this happened and how easy it is. It's kind of like a little bit of a trick just to let them know how easy it is to create an out of the box. So here I am. So next, we will put the oval on the inside of the card. And as you can see, I'm just going to try to line it up the best that I can. And this looks great. So this is where the out of the box will happen. And then as I turn it over, you will see that this part will not be cut out by the Big Shot. That's why you lay it on top. So this will be cut, this will not. Alright, so anytime you're trying to figure out how do you not get your Big Shot to cut everything, that's the way that you do it. I have my metallic platform, and I got an idea from Patty Bennett because I have more than once had customers and also myself forgotten to put one of the platelets down. So she just said, take some tape and just stick it down. So you can't see it, but I put some packing tape on here and stuck it down so I would always remember to have a plate down. From here, again, with your sharp side down, you're going to place it on the metallic plate, and then you're going to put another plastic plate on top of it and run it through the Big Shot. And now what you will see is that I have an oval with part of a wing hanging out, which now we can decorate and add to our card. The thing that you do want to remember is to take your pencil and erase your pencil marks that you made at the very beginning. So now when I put my card together, what will happen is that while I have my Big Shot out, using my second to the largest oval, I will run it through the Big Shot with a piece of basic black cardstock. Go back to my wonderfully embossed I'm So Grateful, and also with my wide oval punch. Punch that out. At the same time, I also have my new beautiful bouquet textured embossing folder. And on a piece of my smoky slate, I ran it through. And you know, the one thing that I love about these is that you can really decide which side would you like to have your image. And today I'm going to use the embossed side. I have my black cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I will layer my embossed smoky slate. Then I'll take my black emboss, or my black oval, and place it on the cardstock, and I'm going to bring it right up towards a little bit towards the top so I can have my sentiment at the bottom. Then I'm bringing in my beautiful butterfly, and I love this swallowtail. It is so fabulous. I love the whole concept of this butterfly. There's so many wonderful things that you can do. And then with my I'm So Grateful, I will add a couple dimensionals. I'm just going to stick it on the top and the bottom. peel the backing away. And I love these dimensionals. And then stick it right down on top of the ovals. And I thought this was pretty plain Jane, so I decided to take my two-way glue and just take time just to kind of rub it all over. And I probably should have done this after or before I put the sentiment on. And all I'm doing is I'm pretending like I'm coloring outside the lines. And then I'm bringing in my Dazzling Diamonds. And just giving it a nice little sprinkle on top. Again, please make sure that you guys have a big enough container so you can put some of the diamonds back in, because one, I'm a diamond girl. Two, I get diamonds and this stuff all over the place. It's pretty amazing. Then we are going to bring in our rhinestone basic jewels. And I'm just going to use, there's four different, there's one that you can keep them together. You also have the small, medium, and the large. And I am going to use two of the mediums. As you saw, sometimes they do fly away. And I like using a pair of tweezers just to kind of set them in place. And this is how my card turned out. One thing that I will say is that black is a hard color to write on, so it's good that you put a piece of white cardstock on the center. And or if you have the white gel pen or the new white chalk pen, you can also take that and write inside. The card that I did with the outside the box outside of the box technique. And as you can see, I did black emboss. And then all I did is take my blender pen, look at it right now, I'd add just a little bit of diamonds to it. But these are my two out of the box cards. So I thank you so much for joining me. And if you would like any more creative inspiration, know that you can contact me on my web, ktstamps.com. You can also follow me on Facebook at ktstamps4u. Follow me on Twitter at, I think it's hashtag ktstamps, or YouTube, ktstamps. So thank you for creating cards with me today. Bye.